Frank Dumicic Sr. and Bob, me and Mrs. Jones on the front row. 12 trucks, Smoky's green flag, and the tailgate brigade is off and running. Frank Dumicic Sr. will get the measure here of Dave Xavier on lap number 1. Dangerous Dave Koenig, the Old Bags on Bikes number 97, has raced to third, and Danny Grennan, who started this event in 9th, has roared to 4th. 9th to 4th in a lap, as the outside line stalled just a wee bit when Bob Jones really didn't come up to speed. Dangerous Dave Koenig looking to slide underneath Dave Xavier. Koenig, the truck on the move now, but as is Danny Grennan. How about Bobby Gardner starting the race 11th? He is up to 5th. Dumicic continues as the race leader with now Dangerous Dave Koenig second for a lap. And I say for a lap because the inside row underneath Koenig now includes not just Danny Grennan, but Bobby Gardner. Grennan, big loose through 1 and 2. What a save by the driver of the Lamac Racing, number 38, who indeed now comes to second. Frank Dumicic Sr., the Weisman Sand and Mason Supplies, number 5, out front in a hurry. Frank Dumicic Sr., Weisman Sand and Mason Supplies, Pardo's Italian Restaurant, number 5. Leading the way, but Danny Grennan has got the fishing rod out. He's baited the hook. He's trying to reel in your race leader, Bobby Gardner, running 3rd. Dangerous Dave Koenig 4th. 5th now, your current Super Pro Truck point leader, Danny Grennan. Danny Turbish. Halfway signal for Frank Dumicic Sr. 10 down, 10 to go. Danny Grennan is a moving and a grooving. Bobby Gardner 3rd. Dave Koenig 4th. Dynamite Dan Turbish 5th. As we move along, 11 down. Grennan slowly catching Dumicic. I think Danny has enough laps. But it will be one thing to catch Dumicic and yet another to get around them. Although Grennan is now within 2 truck lengths, make it 1 of getting on the back tailgate of Frank Dumicic Sr. Bob Jones heeds the move-over flag. Whoa. Oh, boy, they're 3 wide. That's just a great move by Danny Grennan to take the lead in lap traffic from Frank Dumicic. And this time by, it'll be 5 to go for Danny Grennan.
So Danny Grennan wins the battle of wits and the battle of nerve as him and Frank Dumicic Sr. had to negotiate past the lap truck of Jones. Grennan taking the clearer line right on the throttle. It's put him in the race lead. Frank Dumicic Sr. is second, but is now being challenged for second position by last week's winner, Bobby Gardner. Bobby Gardner looking to make the low move underneath Dumicic to take over second position. So Bobby Gardner now takes over second. Frank Dumicic Sr. back to third. Dynamite Dan Turbish, he's 4th. Dangerous Dave Koenig is 5th. This time by, there'll be 2 laps remaining for former Super Pro Truck champion Dan Grennan, who in the Lamac Racing number 38 continues to maintain the lead. Bobby Gardner now second. Good run once again by Dan Turbish as he's worked his way to third position. White flag flies. That indicates the final lap. So Danny Grennan, who after taking a year off to spend some time with the kids, back in full throttle here in the Super Pro Truck division as he takes the checkered flag, winner of this afternoon's 20-lap feature event. So it's Danny Grennan, driver of the 38, your race winner. Bobby Gardner in the 45 is second. Dynamite Dan Turbish in the 8 is third. Frank Dumitich Sr. in the 5 was fourth, and rounding out the top 5, Dangerous Dave in the 97. So we went clean and green for 20 laps. Flag to flag racing. Danny Grennan out of Glen Cove takes the checkered flag, takes a victory lap around the quarter mile here at Riverhead Raceway. Coming up after the Super Pro Truck event will be our Grand Enduro. First Enduro event of the afternoon. Danny Grennan now gets ready to wheel it into victory lane. Grennan going into today's action with second in points, second win on the season. And to find out how he did it, we send it down to Bob Finan.
Well,
All Grand Enduro scorers to the scoring grandstand, please.
He took the 2005 season off, Jeff. The comeback is on a roll. Danny Grennan, his wife and kids are coming on over. Iris, right over here, they're okay. Danny Grennan getting all the safety equipment. He even brought a bottle of water along for the ride. Make some noise. What an inside line move from 9th to 4th in one lap. And then methodically picked his way to the lead. Danny, on behalf of JYD Enterprises, who's your tire? Congratulations, buddy. Boy, again, that inside line opened up when Bob Jones on the outside didn't go, and you went from 9th to 4th on the first lap. And that sounds like it's an easy thing to do, but man, anybody can make a left on you.
Yeah, absolutely. After winning opening night, anything can happen here.
No doubt about it, Danny. You took last year off. You're back racing this year. 2 wins to start the season. I'm sure it's something you expected, but there certainly isn't any rust.
No, I didn't think there was any rust with me. I was worried about my crew. We were out for a couple of weeks, and my crew is unbelievable hard workers. They put 110% effort in this thing, and they don't give up. 6 nights a week, and this is the 7th. And here we are.
No doubt about it, Danny. You definitely did a great job here. How about some of the corporate sponsors that help you out, the Motor Builder? Because without them, along with that hard-working crew that you mentioned, you wouldn't be here.
Oh, definitely. I want to thank Freddie Lemack and his wife and his entire family. They picked up my bills for a lot of years, and they still are. I quit, and they're still behind me. PCHS, Race Engines for the motor. Mike Bologna for all his help. Tom Jensen and Joey for being there. Swift Auto Parts, Sagamore Auto Body for making this thing look as good as we got it. And Owen Kendall, my wife, my brother Ray. And these guys behind me all the time.
All right, Danny Grennan takes down another Super Pro Truck win. How about one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Glen Cove's Danny Grennan, former divisional champion here in the Super Pro Trucks. Second win of the season. But right now, we're ready to go 50 laps with the cars and stars of the Riverhead Raceway Grand Enduro Division. This is the creme de la creme of the Enduro Race Series here at Riverhead Raceway. And at this time, we are paging all Grand Enduro scorers to the press box side of the raceway. All Grand Enduro scorers to the press box side of the raceway now. And all Grand Enduro drivers should be strapped in their chariots ready to go. Jeff, what about the lineup? Who's who? Who's where in the Grand Enduro?
All right, Bob Finan. Grand Enduro will be going 50 laps this afternoon. Here is how they line up. Starting on the pole out of Medford, he will be driving car number 20. That's Bob Peace. On the outside of row 1, driving the 02 out of Riverhead, that's Sean Wannett. Starting third, he comes from Miller Place. He is driving the number 29. That's Brian Obadzensky. Starting fourth, behind the wheel of the 36 from Shirley, that's James Charrier. Starting fourth, he is driving the 15. He's from Medford. That's Ralph Ziegel.